we are going to correct our mistake here with what I did with the Devil in Me horror. I will have to go back and collect all the collectibles, but I don't have to do everything else. We already did it in the previous part, but I made a mistake. For some reason, I just activated pressed the switch when I didn't even have to. But I wasn't supposed to. I thought what she was gonna do was like save her, but that's not how it worked. I pushed the wrong thing, so you saw what happened. So we'll course correct it. Also, I noticed that yeah. So I guess what happened last time is I must have been on the normal PlayStation 1 for thing, so I made a mistake. But now it's here. So now that I fixed the actual thing, so see how it goes. But yeah, that's...
Pleased to see you too, Kate. Glad you're alive.
Listen, I found out some new information.
So essentially we have to go back and get a couple of collectibles. I know where everything is. We have to just escape Demet again. Then we get to the glass room.
I found one of his
and I have to make sure that I choose to find and then choose to not press the button. For some reason I chose to press the button. I don't know why I did that, but...
She'd been decapitated.
Hopefully I can
It was Joseph Morello's
what happened
wife.
there.
I saw a photo of her. She was called Michelle.
So we're not his first victims.
Have you seen Mark?
Not in person, but I spotted him on one of these monitors.
Thank God. I was worried sick about him.
But I also saw Demet running around.
Hopefully I can fix the problem, but I'm supposed to pick the define option and then not press the button, but for some reason I just felt like I had to press the button. I don't know why. So I just pressed it and it's like, oh, I realized after I pressed the button, it's like, I'm not supposed to press the button. So I thought she was gonna do something else, but we can deal with that. Made a few mistakes, but nothing much I can do about it. Need to go and grab the collectibles again.
Jesus.
What is all of this?
He's got video feeds, recording decks, a mixer big enough for countless mics.
He's watching everything.
It's more than that. He's got utilities running through here, hydraulics, electrics, everything.
It's like a nerve center. For the whole building.
It's a director's suite.
Maybe we could use it to find a way out. Look for something to unlock the outer doors.
This all connects. This is how he's getting around the house.
Alright, so first two things, I'm gonna check something for a second. Pretty sure the secrets are gonna come up as, not unlocked or whatever. Yes, so some of the stuff we've found we have to recollect, so I'm gonna go and grab it all again. The first two things are here.
I mean,
We don't have to read them, we don't have to do any of that, I've already done
from
so.
in here.
We don't have to read any of these, I just need to
Charlie would
pick
say
it back
this
up
guy has a
again.
fractured psyche. That he's wearing a mask to put what he's doing on a different personality.
That's probably just his theory because he can't reconcile a human doing this stuff.
Chicago Police, Mr. Monday, this is Chicago Police. Can you open the door, please?
We've already watched all these videos and stuff, we have no reason to watch them again.
What do you think it is?
I think it's a mistake to say he's just crazy. He is in full control of what he's doing.
The first four collectibles are fine, we get the screwdriver,
He's just
well we
not
already
wild
have the
like the
screwdriver.
rest of us.
What's the difference?
Crazy implies out of control. Look at this place. This is methodical. That's not crazy. No.
Next door on the left side is a clipboard and a mask.
What is this?
Hi, Mr. Monday. This is Lucinda Price from Twilight Prairie Care Home. I've tried to call you a couple of times. We,
Right. This.
voice recordings of your mother, and we just believe in supporting relatives, and of course,
Over here!
Look at this. It saw his little tricks of moving walls and crap.
Nothing in this shit box is real. He controls everything from here. It's a murder factory.
You're right. We should use this against him.
I want to find Mark, not play Demet's game.
If we trap him, we can look for Mark without looking over our shoulders the whole time.
Jamie's right.
Pretty much we have to just do the QTE
Okay,
again,
look.
make sure we're successful,
He's in
and then
here, right?
we can just run,
We
and
need him
then
to go
that's
down
fine.
this hall, and we
Oh, that's
trap
pretty
him
much
between
left.
these two moving walls. There's no other way out of there. He'd be stuck.
So, how do we get him to go down that hall?
One of us is going to have
To be bait.
No way. It's too risky, Jamie.
So is letting him run free. I'd say that's more dangerous. Come on.
No.
Well, I think what I want to do should work.
If something
Pick the
goes
define
wrong, one of us
option
will
and then
be
don't
dead.
push the button. We still have the screwdriver as Jamie. She's not giving up
But I
because
am
we have
done
the
being scared
screwdriver.
of what's around every corner.
There's no second
There's nothing
chances.
that mentions here. It's like
Who's
it
gonna
pretty
do
much
it?
just mentions that
It's my plan. I'll be the bait.
Jamie, no.
both to survive,
Let's find another
Jamie
way.
has
We
to
don't have to
choose
do
to
this.
send the wall towards whoever has the
One of us
screwdriver.
has
It would
to.
be her.
If you're sure, just... If it looks like it's going south, get the hell out of there.
No argument here.
Alright, so we're picking you.
You could use that as a weapon if need be.
I'm gonna hang on to it. I'm more likely to need it.
Please come back.
That's my plan. Okay. That's enough of a moment. Let's do this.
Stick to the plan.
Obviously.
So how do we get out?
Third floor must be a work in progress. Okay, be ready. You're gonna have to time it right to trap him and not me.
Be careful, please.
I'm on it.
You'll be careful?
If I see Demet, he'll wish I hadn't.
Don't. Be serious, please. Just tell me you'll be careful. Tell me I'll see you again.
Erin, I promise. You'll see me again.
Good, because I think I love you. Or something. I mean,
Well, now I have to come back. All right. Here goes nothing.
Alright, so I have all the collectibles that we need. Still gotta go and grab the, Still have to go and grab the white picture. But, we know where that is already.
Head down the hall. Keep to the right.
That's weird. Like, when I came in last time, the light was not on, so I wasn't able to.
More rooms being built.
Now we just have to do the, now we just have to do the area with the... Make sure we get the QTEs, and then make sure I pick the correct options this time. So I knew something was going to happen here because the game freezes.
Shit.
The game freezes for a bit and then it won't let you do anything. Alright, we have to do the QTEs correctly here. They give us enough space to be able to just pick a run. If we pick... Otherwise we have to do more QTEs. For some reason he's able to catch up to us even though we are running faster than he is. He's literally walking. Alright, we have space so we can pick a run. We pick white.
Kate, hang
So
on,
we don't want to.
please.
That way we guarantee we get away. If we do to close it, we have to do like more QTEs. It's so weird. I think he just wants to. He likes to draw the stuff out. But...
Jamie, fucking run! Oh God.
Oh my god!
Like, to have such an advantage and yet not... to have such an advantage and yet not do anything with it, like... I felt like they could have done this a lot better. Like, why would you... You're literally in the control room, but you could have done everything, and then all of a sudden now... Everything's just gone to crap again.
Stop! Shit! What is it?
A button. There's a reverse symbol on it.
It will take 15 minutes to get back to here.
No!
Alright.
Move! Move! Ah! Ah! Jamie!
Kate, I think when I hit this thing, the wall will go the other way.
Towards me, you mean?
Yeah, this thing will kill me if I don't press it.
Wait!
I know! If I do press it, then you're the one that dies.
Alright. This should work the right way.
Goddamn, do that! This is exactly
They said
what
that you wanted to point it to the way with the person who has the screwdriver. So if I pick Defiant and then I'll push the button, it should be enough. Because she has the thing. If this doesn't work, then I have to redo this, so...
Fuck this. I'm not playing this game. I can't do this. I won't kill you.
Alright, so by not pushing the button, apparently that's enough. Just stay away from the button. This should work because it says on there it will automatically
Jamie? I'm not doing it. I'm not playing this game.
But you have the screwdriver, so it should work.
For me, promise?
It should work. You have the screwdriver.
I promise. Oh, fuck. Jamie! Thank you! Thank you! Survive, okay?
an
Oh, we technically didn't see anything.
Jamie wouldn't press the button. She chose to spare Kate at the cost of her own life. Admirable. People
Makes me wonder if it is possible to do what I just did.
Meanwhile, Charlie has proved himself capable.
They did that death tease at the end with Charlie as well, and then he went to you.
Thought it. Did the hint I gave you...
I also heard the glass, like,
Perhaps you'd like
cracking.
another.
Sure, we'll take the hint.
Have you read The Valley of Fear? The last of the Sherlock Holmes novels, and one of the best. Let's see. The temptation to form premature theories upon insufficient data is the bane of our profession. You should get back. I hope these chats are helpful. I certainly wouldn't want them to be intimidating. I'll be watching your progress. As always, watching very closely.
Hang on a second, why did that should not have done what it just did. I thought the whole point of those things was a loading screen, but... Oh, she's still alive. Okay, it did do what I wanted it to do then.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Do I get 2 trophies for this? As a test, I want to see if this works. No, I do not. Okay, so we actually have to get that other trophy, we would need to get that other trophy, we would need to, make sure that Kate has the screwdriver.
Come on.
Aaron, what happened to you guys?
We're both alive. That's all that matters.
There he is! Ah!
Alright, so we have to succeed this keep calm sequence at the start. There's 2 collectibles here. Now, I'm actually very confused. If he's still chasing after those 2, why are we playing as Mark then? Unless this is a different area. Alright, never mind, so we have to succeed this,
Is he gone?
Get down there.
No, I can't leave you.
Just go.
God, this is dangerous. Yes, let's just kick you.
Get away from me!
Nothing mentioned here that I can die, so... Right. We have to succeed this year. So there's some collectibles or whatever. Actually, outside.
2, 3, 4. Just breathe.
Oh, I forgot about the crystal. Crystal can help us through the these sections, I believe. I think that's how it works with the gimmick. Not actually sure. And why is he skipping? Why is he skipping? That was close. Why is he skipping lockers? They're trying to kill us here. And also, he's only stabbing like where their head is. He could also just like not thing. I need to make sure that I do this. So I succeeded to keep calm sequence at the beginning. I need to make sure that I don't make any mistakes for this, because that's... So I don't want to die, because I want to get these collectibles. Again, the guide doesn't tell me, like, what's specific here. I don't think it matters. I don't think either of these matter, but the breeding one does. This is so weird. I'm looking at this guide and it says, "Oh, you play this scene as Erin by default if she's still alive. If not, the game decides between Kate and Jamie." So he could have been playing as two people here. You'll only play as Jamie if both of them dead. Wait. Okay, yeah. Okay, apparently even if you fail, he'll move on when your character hides after their fall. You need to see the keep calm segment to find the picture premonition. It's on the ground at the end of the corridor. I mean, it doesn't tell me what happens if I pick one of these options. I'd like to know what they do. I'd like to know what these options are before I commit. Yeah, nothing here mentions what they do, so... Considering that he's still there... I don't think running is... necessarily a wise... option. I think I'll just, like, do what I want to do then, because I can't find anything that says otherwise. I don't think this matters. I'll just judge it based on what I would pick here. If run or stay, I think it's wiser to just stay, because if we run, we're going to make noise. Okay, he still found it. Okay, so that mustn't have mattered. Idle run. Well, I'd rather avoid. At least we can find somewhere out here to avoid. Where we might not be able to find us. Running just gives away our position, at least. Unless this is a separate chapter, that's the only other thing I can consider. I don't know which chapter this is. I think it's the maze chapter, but for some reason it's not showing up as such. And it does say to keep doing the keep calm sequences, so that's what I'm doing. Which I can't do while I'm hiding. While I'm running, actually. Oh, he still sees us.
No! Get your fucking
can you please, not be in a loading screen while this is happening? Why are we in a loading screen when something's important's happening? Yeah. I can't do anything. I'm stuck in a load screen. But why are we... All these things here are not even appearing in the notes. Oh, it's here. Sorry, they are. Sorry, they are here. Okay, this is the chase chapter, that's why. I thought we were in the maze chapter. I was looking at the wrong thing. So Kate and Jamie will end up in a prolonged encounter with Dumet with many QTEs. If we successfully evade Dumet, she must choose to save Jamie or she'll be thrown off the thing. Similarly, if Kate ends up getting captured by fighting QTEs, she must tell Jamie to run instead of asking for help or Jamie will die. Possible for Kate to die in this chapter and only... Okay, so... I just completely made a mistake. So we have to choose to save for him. I thought that I was doing... I thought I was in the wrong... I was in the next chapter, but this is considered the chase section. So we had to choose a save for here. Which, I do remember we had to do this because we, I saw this in the... We saw this in one of the premonitions.
Run! Stay away from me.
I take back all the times I called you bitch face. You're my fucking hero, Kate.
I figured if I let you die...
I was wondering what was going on. I thought, okay, I have to, do something else.
You okay?
I nearly made a mistake there.
I think so.
I just looked at it this way and it's like, I thought I was in the wrong certain chapter and I'm like, oh, I have to side. I was like, I have to hide to be able to do all the keep calm sequences, but I would have had to have done that anyway.
Rot in hell, asshole!
I mean, not dead. Alright, so this is the point where there's, if we don't pass the keep calm events here, we have to redo the thing because there's collectibles that we need to do that. I was wondering what was going on. Now we're in the maze, which this perfectly explains why we need to keep calm. go past these ones. Well.
Aaron, you all right?
I got lucky.
Okay. Now I have to escape the maze. Which, again, there is a thing at the end of this chapter where we could also potentially die. But before we do that, we have to focus on... there's 2 collectibles here. Okay, we go to our left and get a picture. Okay. Doing this is a maze, I want to make sure I just follow what I'm supposed to do. Find a picture to the left. And then there's a dead end corner on the right. You can find a picture on the ground. Might be right here. Here it is. That's 2 met, and that didn't really show us anything. And we got the trophy for that. Is that all the white frames? Yeah, that's all the white frame photographs. I also didn't sync up the others. But we got this. It was continuing on anyway. Now that I think about it, like what would have happened is, if I did everything correctly, I would have cleared the glass room, and then at that point we would have gotten chased again, and then we would have had to have done other things. Okay, so that would have actually extended the thing even longer. All the white frame photos we've got. This one here, did we see this? What's this? Yeah, we saw that one. So we only got 2 more frames photos to go. This next one is after unlocking the fountain and going down a ladder. So we have to go down a ladder, and it's on a table to the right. So everything else is fine until we get to the end of the chapter. So we're free to move around until the next collectible, which hopefully I don't get lost in the maze, because that would be bad.
If it weren't for that barbed wire, we could just climb out.
Stuff all over the place here. I thought we might have been able to shimmy there. So now I'm thinking about it, like when they pushed the button, after that it would have been a cutscene, then all the stuff with the cutscenes happened, and we would have had to do all that chase stuff as well, so I guess me making that mistake was just meant that me making that mistake just meant that I redone it here. It was a good time to get off as well, I guess I would say. I'm sure there's plenty of like those things around the ovals, but I don't know where they are because yeah, we're in a maze.
This is freaking me out.
But there's no collectibles that I'm missing, so as long as I go around and like pull some stuff. There's no collectibles that I can do. We have to do what we do to this thing. If we get lost, I believe the NPCs will help us. The other characters will help us find that way.
Listen, there's something I noticed about Dunette.
What?
Okay, listen, when I was a kid, I didn't speak much.
Big surprise.
No, I mean like, at all. They called it selectively mute. Like, I could talk, but I chose not to.
And what's that got to do with Dumet?
We've never heard his voice.
So...
One of the things they said about it, the psychologists, was that I was hiding. That I was scared that if I spoke, I would give away my identity. That's the same as Dumet.
Obviously, he wants to disguise who he is.
No, it's more than that. There's a conflict in his identity. He doesn't even know who he is. It's like he's caught between being two people.
Or he's trying to separate the killer from the regular guy he has the rest of the time.
Maybe.
Well, good thing you didn't become a killer.
Give me time.
I know he's your son, but I married you for you, not your son. Besides, it's your ex-wife's responsibility to stop him from doing stupid things, not mine. Oh, I don't know, I think I'm maybe just depressed already because of this trip. It's not what I had in mind when you said you were taking me away to a secret island. I don't care if this is if he is Harris Lee, the famous horror fiction writer. You only work for him, you don't have to go on vacation with him too. Can we spend some time, just the two of us? It's a seal. Dear Kurt, I thought it would be easier to write this down because I get upset when I try to talk to you about it. I'm in distress. No, I don't get along with Thomas. I just don't get why we have to take him everywhere with us. By your own admission, he is an effing nightmare. And it's getting me down having him around all the time. Relationship updated. Okay, interesting. Alright. What actually updated? Kate told Erin to get down off the rooftop to escape demands. Jamie said to Erin after she asked her to. Oh, that's secrets of. You get rid of these out of the menu. I've already seen them. Four. Yeah, that's it. 4 of these plus a picture plus a. Alright, what did these change? This didn't change anything. So Jamie kept the screwdriver for herself. Jamie didn't press the button to reverse the glass trapdoor. Jamie was saved from being crushed by the glass trap wall by the screwdriver. Kate chose to save Jamie on the rooftop. Alright, so we're still looking for that ladder we have not found. Several ways to go. Alright, this should really help. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. Okay, we're gonna find the missing electrical switch. So we follow, I guess, follow the lines. Coin. We'll probably miss a couple of these throughout the maze because it's hard to know where they all are. The 10 coin though, that's at least good. Yeah, I think we found what we're looking for here.
Maybe we can get this thing working.
Okay, I don't know what we have to push here. I don't know what happens. There's a special order. Not doing anything, so maybe we have to go back first. Remember, we did have that. We have that fork thing. Not the fork thing. It's the lever, isn't it? We have to put the lever in. this should work. So now this will turn the power on and then we can go back and do what we have to do. Which way was the other one? Wait. So weird to just have photos lying around the maze. Alright, let's get what they do. Alright, that's where we have to go. Into the secret passage. Ladder. So we've got a table to the right is going to be another collectible. That will be it for this chapter, apart from the one thing to avoid characters doing.
Chicago. We begin today with some breaking news. Chicago police today confirmed the body of a man found in a fire at an abandoned warehouse in the Fulton River District to be that of missing FBI agent Hector Monday. Monday has been identified as the shoeshine killer, whose recent killing spree struck fear into the hearts of locals in and around Chicago. A spokesperson for Chicago PD confirmed Monday murdered 4 victims, including yesterday evening police officer Patrick Stanley, a dedicated veteran of 22 years. The fire was brought under control shortly before 5 a.m. this morning. The body recovered at the scene was burnt beyond recognition, but police identified Monday from dental records.
Shoeshine killer killed. Chicago police, actually no, we already read this. We don't need to worry about that. We don't have to worry about reading it. Alright, so some lag in the menu. A newspaper cutting stating that Hector Monday was found dead. Police confirmed that he was the shoeshine killer. Okay, so the only thing left to worry about now is at the end of this chapter, where we pretty much have to choose to run instead of barricading the door and then climbing, because that would corner one of the characters. So we need to avoid that. Another corner. 5. So that's. Could be something in here that I can investigate. We went downstairs and then we interacted with the bar. Well, we're out of the maze. Still not out of the woods yet, so... Guessing the way to escape is the way that they're heading, so let's not head that way. Let's go and see what we can find elsewhere, because there's no other collectibles that I need to find, but there might be some, coins or stuff that I can find. Whole publicist, okay? What about that guy? Sundial. Remember, one of them did die. One of them did die from a. One of them did die from a sundial. Wait a second, these are all... One of these has to be Doomed, right? They're all him. Which one's the real one? One of these is gonna be real, surely. I told you, I knew one of them would have to be real. Alright, so pretty much I need to make sure I succeed the QTEs and make sure that we run instead of hiding.
Move your ass! Go!
Okay, we need to pick run. If we chose to barricade, we would not be able to save everyone.
Go! The door!
No, please. Please, don't.
Ah, it's unstable. Alright, that's the next chapter. Okay. I think we should be alright. Alright, so before I continue, I'm going to take a quick break, so I'll be back in a second. This chapter doesn't have any, this chapter here doesn't have any death things. It has just, we have to, Alright, so as I said, there's no death avoidant section stuff here. We just have to get a bunch of collectibles. I don't think anything here would have changed. Okay, so... But 88 coins, though. So there's a couple of things we have to take photos of, so... mannequin in the pool, and after we unlock the door, a mannequin in front of us. There's like 4 photos in a row. Like 4 photos in a row here. We also don't have any light. I have a red light, but it's not great. So we're walking much faster than other characters, I'm noticing. I also don't think there's a walk faster option. I don't know if that's a pool. Photo of... I think that is a pool.
Damn it.
Ah, here. There's the map. We need to take a picture of that.
Jesus.
Well, that's a real hand. That's a key. Key to the changing room. What we were looking for? Guessing that's where the next photo op is. Alright, we have to take a picture of this mannequin here. The pictures here are... no, we want to take a picture of the mannequin. I don't know where he's looking. Now we take... In the next room, we have to open a stall, take a photo of blood splatter, and then take another photo of a mannequin.
What's that? Oh, God. What happened here?
Next one's in... where's the fourth one? Take a photo of the mannequin. Guessing it's in the next one. True, next one. Okay, these two are here. These ones over here. So hard to see. I don't know which ones they mean, so... There's mannequins everywhere in here. So, in the next room we opened the stall and took a photo of the blood spotter. Then it says, in the next room take a photo of the mannequin. Well, there's multiple mannequins in here. So I guess I'll just make sure... So after turning the corner, examine the ring on the floor next to a mannequin. There's the ring. So maybe it's either one of these mannequins or it's this. Harrison and Lewis Lee, 21st of June 2008. I'll try taking the photos, the ones here. Otherwise, I'll go and do a wedding ring with an engraving belonging to Harrison or Lewis Lee. Harrison and Lewis were guests at the hotel. They checked in a few weeks before the TV crew arrived. Either going to be these two that I have to take a photo of, or... Oh, it's so bad. Alright, it's going to have to be someone that's in... It's going to have to be a mannequin that's in here. But which one, I don't know. What other mannequins are in here? Unless there was a mannequin in the... Unless there's a mannequin in that other stall that I didn't see. Here. Nothing in here. That was a blood splatter. I need to figure out where this other photo is. Doesn't tell me which mannequin I need to take it. It just says in the next room take the photo of a mannequin. Well, there's multiple mannequins in there and none of them are letting me take photos of them. I need to be in a better position here, maybe. It's photo opportunity 11. I can't even actually say it like that. This is, which shot is this? This is Cliffside, I think. No, it's the one before Cliffside. pool. Need to type in pool, photo opportunity. It's a little bit weird when I'm looking at it. There's multiple different like photo opportunities, but it's not being specific about which photo I need to take. And you can't just randomly go around and take photos. Down left hallway, take the store doors will be on your right. Find the open change rooms to investigate the carnage. Carrying on through the door at the end of the hall. Go through this shower room right here and through the exit on your left. Okay, so it's I don't like this. Guide doesn't specify enough. We'll find the pool section. Upon entering the building, you'll see a mannequin holding a towel. Not that one. Yeah, they're not even including that one. It's not even showing up on the list here. Unless this is a, it can't be a limitation on Curators Cut for that. Where is it? Oh, yeah, so inside the empty pool, we found that one. Along the edge of the pool, light post is still working. Is it out of order? I found 4. There's only 4 photo opportunities here, but yet they have 5 listed. Inside the pool, we found one. Along the edge of the pool, no. I cannot even find the photo opportunities that I'm looking for. I actually cannot find what I'm looking for. the guide that I'm looking at says 4 photo opportunities. I've got the 3 things, so it's like there was a photo of the mannequin in the pool. We've got that. After we unlocked the door, there was a mannequin right in front of us. Then in the next room, we opened the stall, and then it says in the next room, take a photo of the mannequin. The only thing I could think of to take a photo of was was 2 lying on the ground, but yet it wouldn't let me do that. There's several of them in here. It's just that they don't register as taking me the photo. I can't do it. Then I thought, okay, it's in the next room, meaning like in this room here. There's several mannequins. And it's just like it's not showing up. I might have to try another guide. Someone's even saying that there's 5 opportunities. Where is the photo one? Most of these can be taken in the theatrical cuts. Cool. Go into the pool and take a photo of the decapitated mannequin. Done that. While still in the pool, take a picture in the corner of. Take a picture of the corner of the pool house near where the light is. Okay, that one there is not listed here yet. It's listed in the other. Immediately after entering the pool house, take a picture of the headless mannequin in front of you. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. That is very interesting. That is the way that it is because this original guide that I'm looking at doesn't even mention. For some reason, it mentions taking a photo of a mannequin in the next room, but it does not mention at all about there being a opportunity of taking a photo of while still in the pool area. So I need to take a photo of the corner of the pool house where the light is. Apparently, I didn't do that. Would have definitely missed that if I didn't backtrack. Apparently I've got to go into the pool area, take a photo of a light. Hark acid. See a green flash right there. What a weird. Why is this here though? Like, what am I taking a photo of here? Not sure what that's supposed to be a photo of, but apparently that counts. That's a photo. So it's weird. One guide is saying that there's a photo that we have to take in a thing that, and then this one's not even telling me that I have to do it. So all the Curators Cut photos are in Opportunity and Spa. Those are the places where we actually play as him instead of thing. Alright, so we got the ring. The photo opportunity, ring, and then now we've got the last black picture to grab. Head forward through the hallway and you'll find yourself in a room with a door labeled notice. So we find the thing on the wall and then we worry about what the next thing is. Which we're not there yet. So that was take an eye on that one, like that for some reason that picture registers as there. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
What the hell?
Right, more blood it is. Something in there. Keep an eye on the right side to see if there's a way to get in. Oh, it's a coin. Alright, there's our last luck photo. That was Dumet killing Hark, actually. That's all of the, well, not all of the photos. We haven't got the golden photo yet, which usually if the golden photo follows suit like the rest of them, it's a preview of a potential death in the next game. Which is, I believe, Directive 9028 or something like that. It's going to be some sort of space game. But it sounds very interesting. I haven't got all the business cards yet. I'm missing 2 business cards. That's all the collectibles for this section. Nothing left to worry about for this chapter.
Oh, shit.
I hope that would lead to a death, actually. We fell from there. Wasn't mentioned in the guide. That was a bit of a cheeky death, though. He still thinks that we're dead, I guess. Not actually sure myself. Alright, so there is something we have to avoid for this chapter because of dying, but Yeah, so that's next. When we get to that, it's fine, but there's still some collectibles that we need to grab. It's like midway through the chapter when we shimmy through a fence. Like we're almost halfway to the 200 that yeah, I don't know if we're gonna reach it at this point.
Mark! Hey! Mark!
Ah. Okay, so I thought that was a cool
I could use
space.
that.
Use something. Use water. They could use something, but I'm not sure what he's talking about. We already tried to do something. Nothing else flashing up on the radar, I think. And this is locked. I could use something, but it's like, what am I supposed to use? Then I could use something. Not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for here, but maybe I can head backwards. He just said he could use something, but it's like, well, there's nothing here that's showing up as any use. And like, this just leads back to the thing, so it's like, I'm just gonna go look it up. I think this is the next chapter, Cliffside, I don't know. For some reason it's not showing up where I have to, where I have to go. Or is this not this might not even be that chapter. No, it's the right chapter. Open the lock gate to your left when you get to the thing right before you went down that stairs. There's a small desire. Oh, okay. There's a I wasn't sure what he was referring to. I just heard him say something, and it's like it's so weird. Like he just said I could use that. And it's like, well, what? Use what? Like there was I couldn't see anything, and apparently there's like a path right next to the. Apparently there's like a path right next to the gate. I just didn't see it. Like here? There was some sort of path that I could... Maybe it's over here.
I can make that.
Okay, so we did have to. Alright. It would have been better if it was a little bit more clear up there. I'm about getting these things through straight. Oh no. Like trying to fit a square inside a square. True difficulty of the game. Alright, I guess we use that to go over fence here that has no barbed wire on it. Okay, this area reminds me of some of it that we've been before, I think. So I've got to wait and look out for an area where I have to shimmy through. Haven't found that yet.
Hello?
Point? Yep. 4 coins. That one's worth 5. I wonder if Dumet knows that we're alive. I mean, I assume that he would because he didn't see a. He wouldn't have seen a body in the incinerator, but. Still haven't got to a point where I can shimmy yet. Oh, it's a dog. I don't think that we've bypassed it. Yeah, we haven't done that yet. That's midway through the chapter, we have to shimmy through a fence. And we're in a spacious area. Bearing updated. What do we actually update then? Is this a new bearing? It is! Mysterious creature. Charlie was chased by a dog. Okay. Still haven't found the shimmy point yet. There's a balancing area, there's a lot of stuff to find. Need to look around a lot. I want to avoid progressing too far, just in case I miss something.
Worth a try. Waste of time.
Right, what just happened then? Excuse me? Oh, it's... Somehow we made our way into the elevator. Oh, okay, so there's place left, there's up here. Looking for a shimmy point right now. There's a... Shimmy point is where I need to find the next collectible. The death won't happen until after we've reunited with characters. With Mark. Still waiting for this shimmy section to appear. Am I going too far? I don't hope not. Same area, you have to climb up a ladder, push down a box. We haven't done that. I'm gonna look up this just in case, because this might be two parts. Maybe it's like the first part is just us playing as... this is Cliffside. I want to make sure that I haven't missed any collectibles here, because otherwise I'll have to go backwards. Nothing in the first section, so fine. Okay, so this part here, let me just put it this way. So if Charlie had died at some point in time, this part would not exist. It would just go straight to Mark. However, here it's like, apparently we're going... apparently there's going to be a cutscene here where they meet up and share everything. And then it's going to be the same from here, no matter what character. Then does it mention about the collectibles? Okay, the collectibles are way, like, way into the thing. Okay, so they're way into the thing. So we can pretty much just do all this section by searching, and it's fine. So once we get to the, once we get to a certain area, then it will, trigger. It's just weird. It just says midway through the chapter, and it's like, well, it's hard to tell when they mean midway through the chapter, so I'd rather just make sure that I know that I'm not progressing too far. Otherwise, I would have to redo everything. Alright, so... apparently, like, this whole section would not exist if Charlie has died, obviously. So it would just go straight to Mark's, that's why it seems shorter. But when I looked at the guide, it's like there's it's like more like 3 parts.
Mark? What the hell? Charlie? You're alive with broken ribs. Charlie, I thought you were dead. I nearly was. I'm sorry for that. I thought... How the hell did you make it out here? Yeah, good to see you too, mate. I nearly got fried, you know. I know. We saw it. You saw it? What the hell does that mean? How exactly did you get out of that? Where are the others? Mark, are they safe? We were all separated trying to get out. Dumet has the entire place rigged with traps. We followed right into his game. We have to get out of here. Get back to the ferry. Dumet disabled it. We all agreed we'd head for the lighthouse if we can't signal for help. I don't suppose there's any good news. Actually...
I never thought I'd see this again.
Now, I thought the collectibles were going to be here. They are not. So, did we set up the other trophy for the black frame photos? I don't think anything changes here. There's a new bearing there. Mark was suspicious of Charlie. He wanted to know how Charlie survived the furnace. Had survived the furnace. Really? An error occurred in the... An error occurred! Okay, so I was just searching through the game and just like... just all of a sudden, random, the game just crashed. Okay. We'll load that back up again. That is, bizarre. Just... You know, the game just, stops working. You know, things like that. Let's just, redo this again. Like how even in the game, like, load, like, this is, I think, the first time I've noticed, how long the loads are in, this is the first time I've noticed how long the loads are in a Dark Pictures game. Apart from, like, those, but I don't know what they're doing. Like, the Quarry had the same problem where it was like, it would load, it would start playing scenes, and then it would just, like, go to a load screen. Which is really annoying. Alright, we can just continue on with what we were doing, because, the game decided to crash then. Shouldn't lose any, progress. Oh, good. It's actually just started us right here with no cutscenes, no anything. Now, the game should not crash. Should not crash. Doesn't mean it will not crash. Should not crash. Mark was so suspicious of Charlie being involved with something that he decided the game has to crash here. Like, it does not compute. How did Charlie survive? That's what happened. Alright, so... Okay, I think this might be the area. Alright, so where is the business card? You were shooting through a fence and entered a spatial area. The business card is found at the base of a tree in the middle.
Jesus.
Oh, we have access to a lighter now. Okay, this is actually really useful now. Ah, it is. It actually is sooner than what I think. Maybe it's just considered halfway. Grantham Jumet Doctor. Okay, I got one more business card to find. So in the same area, we have to climb up a ladder, and instead of heading towards the box, we want to shimmy to the other side, go through a window, and it's inside the lock drawer, which we need to use a business card on, because this would not be available if we didn't. Would not be available if we did not have access to Charlie, the next two one of these collectibles. If Charlie was not alive, we would not be able to get the. We have to actually use the business card. Guessing the door's locked. We went over there and nothing happened. Okay, I guess I'll try and get him to... I guess we can't go up the stairs. So the box is there, we want to go this way. There's two collectibles in this area. Alright, this is the last picture. Space. Someone got blown out by the thing. That is the last picture in the game. There we go. That's every picture. So I don't think we get a. I don't think there's a trophy for all pictures. But we have all the pictures now. So now we use the business card. This wouldn't be available if we didn't have Charlie with us. Medical history. Patient's name, Hector Wayland Munday. Family physician Charles Brown, MD. 30th of August 1972. I saw Hector, 7-year-old male, in my office today. He was accompanied by his mother, who informed me that Hector is complaining of feeling sick and very tired. Upon examining Hector, he appears to be mildly undernourished. He is underweight and has very pale skin. Mother also prescribed 2 milligrams diazepam, tablets to be taken up to 3 times a day when required. The 27th of September 1972. I saw Hector, 7-year-old male, in my office today as a follow-up to a recent hospital admission for acute bronchitis. Hector has collapsed during school lessons. Hector is recovering well from the virus in the 2 weeks since hospital admission, which was likely caused by mixing with other children at school while his immune system was weakened by malnutrition. When examining Hector's chest, I discovered bruising on his underarms, shoulders caused by rough play at school. Hector advised to avoid such activity. Mother advised to refrain from smoking around Hector, especially while he is recovering. I will arrange follow-up appointment in 1 week. Medical history. 4th of October 1972. I saw Hector, 7-year-old male, in my office today at my request. Hector is almost fully recovered from bronchitis. Bruising has worsened, caused by significant force. More likely an adult than school friends. Arranged to follow up in 1 week. 12th of October 1972. I saw Hector, 7-year-old male, in my office today at my request. He was accompanied by his grandfather, George. Hector's original bruising has subsided. Grandfather advised that I examine Hector's legs. Ankles swollen with cuts as if he has been restrained. Grandfather suspects that Hector's mother isn't coping. Arrange follow-up with Hector's mother. Alright, so I don't think there was anything for the... There shouldn't be a trophy for the... I don't think there's a trophy for the picture. Or the... Yeah, there hasn't been one in a while. Wait a second, really? There's a... Did I see that correctly? Found all secrets. Found all the silver frames. Okay, so that's actually a separate trophy to... That's interesting. I didn't even realize that was separate. How many silver frame secrets have we got left? Got one more silver frame secret left to find. Hector Monday's childhood medical record. He was physically abused by his mother. So that gets both of those out of the way. There's going to be 2 more collectibles left. We have to do a keep calm sequence to hide, and then at that point we have an opportunity to grab more stuff. And if we don't do that, someone will die, so... And then we have to balance on a beam. We can also die there. I knew something like that was going to happen. There had to be something. Because they've been telling us all about it the whole, like, time. We've done it multiple times without needing to, where does this takes where are we gonna put maybe we have to put it here. Good job.
What is that smell? Ugh.
I saw a dog out here.
Yeah, I did too.
scared the shit out of me.
You just scared him off by panicking, most likely.
Bearing updated. Okay, so okay, Mark will try hitting the dog too. Herald, how's your head? 2 victims discovered with heads switched. Another gruesome scene was discovered in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of Dalton, Georgia. 2 victims are believed to be the latest in the homicidal spree of the imaginary killer. Alongside the 2 victims, FBI agent Monday reportedly counted multiple repurposed body parts at the crime scene that appear to be from past victims. Monday described the macabre animatronics uncovered as deranged creations that are an insult to victims' humanity. DNA is yet to confirm if they are in fact the missing body parts of previous victims. But it sounds like he's incorporating several different killers' MOs into his own stuff as well. Alright, we have to make sure we hide here and do the kid calm sequence. Poking it out all the time is not going to help. Okay, so done that sequence. So in the next room there is a set of dividers to find a room, and then in the next room it can be found on the table on the right. Like how unearthing that was. So that's the what's his name area. Oh, he he went all the way down there.
Oh my God! What is he doing?
He's preserving his kills.
Oh, look, that was all.
Because they're valuable to him. The trophies. Keepsakes. Dimash sure seems to know a lot.
You think maybe we're dealing with more than one
What do you mean? Tending this place, the weird robots, the traps. Could it be just one man?
It's one man. One very driven, very disturbed man.
Wait, here is the code, I think. Email? Step 1 fixation, Step 2 dissection, Step 3 removal of body fat and water, Step 4 impregnation, Step 5 positioning, Step 6 curing. Mr. Lee. Oh, Mr. Harrison Lee, 175. 6th of October 2022. Subject dead by asphyxiation. 4:27 p.m. Subject washed, freezing not required as formaldehyde solutions has been prepared. Moved to curing house to commence preservation. 7th of October 2022. Early decomposition has not yet shown obvious deterioration. Viable specimen for animatronic integration. Formaldehyde fixation solution introduced to subject's cardiovascular system. Fixation solution process complete 4 hours 30 minutes. Subject added to acetone bath. Re-examination 24 hours. 8th of October 2022. No issues found with subject in acetone. No signs of rigidity as of yet. Re-examine in 48 hours. I wonder what happens if we all die. Like, do we end up becoming thing? I'm curious now. 10th of October 2022. Good progress. Signs of rigidity in extremities. Previous subject, Mr. Lewis Harrison, required disposal in acid bath. Rigor mortis reached skin, causing severe blistering, resulting in unviable specimen. Possibly due to subject's smaller stature, expediting decomposition. 185 pounds versus 142 pounds. Delay to fixation commencement or formaldehyde level estimate too low. 13th of October 2022. Continued positive progress. Extremities fully hardened, extending into stiffness of limbs. Re-examining in 1 week. 20th of October 2022. Limbs 50% hardened, acetone drained and replaced. Re-examined 24 hours. 21st of October 2022. No issues with new acetone replacement. Re-examined in 1 week. Okay, sorry. A clipboard found near a chemical bath. It contains notes about the process of preserving Harrison Lee's body. Harrison Lee checked into the hotel a few weeks ago and was dead the following morning. Hi. Well, I found documentation on how Jumet creates his animatronics. So we need, in the next room, the secret can be found on the table to the right. That's secret 16.
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay, we've got to head this way. There's going to be one last collectible here, I believe. Right here.
Dispatch. Be on the lookout for a male suspect believed to be the shoe shine killer. Suspect is FBI Special Agent Hector Monday. He may be armed and is highly dangerous.
Dispatch, this is Officer Martinez. I found Monday's car, requesting backup.
Officer Martinez, what's your location?
A warehouse on Park Avenue, Fulton River. Looks abandoned.
Officer Martinez, backup on its way. Hold your position.
Copy that. Shit! He's seen me!
Officer Martinez, hold your position.
Shit! We have a situation. Dispatch, the building's on fire.
Fire department on their way.
He's still in there. You read me? Copy. He's still in there.
Alright, so that is... We've still got one more silver secret that we haven't found yet. Audio file of a police APB radio broadcast. Police suspected that Hector Monday was the Chicago killer. After investigation, police later confirmed that Hector Monday was the Chicago killer. Monday killed the victims while working in Chicago, helping to train detectives on profiling. Alright, and that's all the collectibles for this section, so the only thing left to do is... nothing, we just go to the next chapter. Next chapter, which has death and collectibles in it. So I guess we go out the window.
You're joking.
Not sure what that was supposed to be looking at.
Looks precarious.
I wonder if I have to bring... I'm gonna fit through the door if I did. What else I need to look for again?
Need to find a way out.
Bit dark. Very... here? Because we need to find a way up. Usually we find the way up by dragging something to go through. Go through here. What? Like, it's telling me to find a way up, but it's telling me about make a way through here. You can see there's something there that we can push to get down, but where do we go to get there? I can barely see where I'm supposed to go. Anything here? Okay, maybe we can bring this in. Maybe we can bring it in? Through the doorway here? Is there a reason why it doesn't want to go through this way? Like, nothing's blocking me from doing so. Nothing's in the way. Maybe I have to use this to get up to the stairs. I'm actually confused, like... There's here, but we can't climb the area. I can't push the... I can't push this through there. I have to look up the guide again, like... I don't see anything that's showing that I can get up there. Nothing else left to do in this chapter. Probably something simple, but don't see. Oh wait, this is the other area. From the tape player, turn around. Wait, there's a ladder? From the tape player, turn around, use the ladder to climb down. There's a ladder somewhere? I completely just missed a ladder, apparently. I guess I just completely missed a ladder in the room that I was in. I did not see a ladder. The lighting is really weird. It'll go down, but then it will not. So apparently, across from where the tape recorder is, there's supposed to be a ladder. There's like a ladder there. Can I interact with the ladder? Is that what it allows me to do? Here's the tape recorder. And it said across from the tape recorder there's a ladder, so it's either across this way. Doesn't look like there's a ladder. I'm so confused. Like, where is this ladder that they told me about? He even makes a comment about like, oh, get through here, and it's like, well, none of this area is mentioning that there's no ladder. I can't see any ladder. I'm supposed to inspect this again? I don't know what I'm looking for. There's nothing here is actually letting me progress. I see the planks that I have to cross, but I don't see a ladder that leads me. That's supposed to lead me. That's in here. That's supposed to lead me downwards. There's nothing on the ground here that's suggesting anything. I just made a mistake? Is there a... There's supposed to be some sort of trigger? Like, it doesn't... There's no ladder here. There's no ladder that's appearing. Or maybe I was right. Like, maybe I was right with the thing, but it's like, why is it... Head back into the room with the bodies hanging. I don't know. I think that's supposed to be what I'm supposed to be looking for, but I remember trying that, and it's like the stuff with the staircase, it wasn't letting me push it any further. Oh, I mean right there. A bunch of wasting time trying to find what I'm looking for. That one was for 10. I just wish that I had an idea like, oh, we had to use that box for something, and I thought, oh, we had to push it into that room, and it's like, it wouldn't let me push it into the room, and I thought, okay, well, why isn't it letting me do that? So then I went and checked again to make sure I was missing something. It's like, no, it's just push it up against the staircase. Like, that wasn't even against the staircase, so they got that wrong as well. Why wasn't looking in that area? Alright, that works. And then let me just go. Teleported right down. There is still a death that we have to worry about, but it's to do with balancing, which we haven't done before, so it'll be okay because balancing things seem simple enough to figure out. Alright. Keep an eye on the balance here. Alright, simple enough. I knew that there was going to have to be one of those, and there had to be at least one of those in the section. In the game. Because they've done it multiple times. With no consequence. Okay, that's the end of that chapter, I believe.
Where the hell is Erin? Plan is to get to the lighthouse. She knows that.
This is the next chapter. I can get rid of this. So, we have to watch out for certain things here. While exploring at the beginning, along the right-hand side, we can climb a ledge and balance, and then on the other side, you'll find what we're looking for. And then there's two of them in the same location.
I'm worried about Erin.
She's tougher than you give her credit for.
What if she's hurt?
If we go off book, we're just going to make things worse. Let's stick to the plan.
What if she can't stick to the plan?
Got another 5 opals. Still haven't been able to buy anything from the... He mentioned about finding them, but nothing, he hasn't like said, oh, use these. Alright, this is what I'm looking for here. There'll be 2 secrets up this way, after we balance.
Francis Morello.
Okay, that's the that's another character we know. Deal number 115-FL44-749G. Expiry 23rd of the 11th, 2023. Last name Morello, first name Francis. Address 1134 Canyon Drive, Palmdale, California 93521. Date of birth 23rd of the 11th, 1978. RSTR none, class C and none, sex male. Hair black, eyes brown, height 5'11", ISS 23rd of the 11th, 2008. Photo. Thanks for the day out, Uncle Francis. Theme park. Oh, that went up, okay. Oh yeah, that right, it went up because Kate charged into Jamar, knocking him back. And because Jamie didn't press the button. Saving Kate. Driver's license belonging to Francis Morello. And a theme park ride photo of a man with a young girl. The people in the photo are Francis and Bethany Morello. Got both of those. The next one, it says, to the left we can see a shed past the water, and sticking to the left-hand side we can crawl under branches to reach the path leading to the shed, keys behind the shed. Alright, so to the left, we have to see, if we stick to the left-hand side, we'll see a shed past the body of water. We get down here, and then stick to the left-hand side. Okay, I see the shed or whatever. Guess that's the area over there. But what is our objective? Just get away from him and navigate the forest. Alright, so this is the correct one.
I thought getting outside would make things better. It's a forest. It could be anything. Can you not freak me out any more than I already am? Give up Charlie's left nut to be in Topeka right about now.
Always gotta be on your toes with the QTEs here. And so they said the key is apparently behind the shack. So go behind the shack, and then I can't imagine him being here. Surely, like, he wouldn't just be waiting around here.
Got it.
Alright, piece of the shed. Looking for. Oh, there's a dead body in here. Or at least they... So you can see a shed past the body of water. If you stick to the left hand side, you can crawl under branches to reach the path. Please find the shed, unlock the door, and examine the body. Alright. So this is all required for the story. And then while examining the body, we also get a flashlight. Alright, so still gotta worry about a death section, but apart from that, we should be fine. Not up to that point just yet.
Holy fuck. I want to be sick. His hand's been cut off. Before or after he died? How the hell should I know? This thing is juice.
Dead body of a man found inside a shed. Right hand has been severed. He appears to have died bleeding from his injury. The dead man was Francis Morello. His photo is on his driver's license. Alright, so the only thing we have to worry about is when we get to another area. Not quite there yet. We've got the powerful flashlight as well as the but the more powerful flashlight as well as the next rest of the sequence in this section. That's the way I think we're supposed to go. I want to pick around the left side a little bit just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I thought I saw something over here. There are some trophies coming up. There are some trophy stuff coming up that I need to be aware of as well. Trophy stuff plus managing a buried survive.
You hear that?
Okay, that's...
What?
Is the dog in there?
Whimpering. Is that...
How did the dog get in there? Okay, so here I need to just basically decide whether or not to kill the dog, which I don't want to kill the dog because that counts as well. And we also get a couple of trophies related to that. We get a couple of trophies related to the dog, so I need to make sure everyone survives. So I need to make sure that Jamie tells Kate to hide, so that she can rescue her when she's discovered. So let's see. Okay, so that one of the things we can't get because we needed Charlie to be dead, which that makes sense. What was the other? There was another dog trophy though, I thought. What's another dog trophy, I thought? There was actually one. Yeah, so that one of the dog trophies we can't get because it had to do with the whole thing with Charlie being dead and then the thing. This one here we can do. Pretty much we do the hide prompt and then we do nothing when the QTE appears. But it will get Dumet's attention, but no one will die. Okay, so that's what we want to do. I think killing the dog. I think the dog will give their position away. I guess.
Okay, hide.
Alright, so you don't want to kill the dog yet. The dog can actually help us near the end, I believe. That's the axe from previously.
It's okay, boy. I won't hurt you.
stay away from the ponds. We're not gonna kill the dog. We get a trophy for not killing it. No, we're not killing you. Alright, so everyone got away.
Get off the path! Hide!
Oh, I see. So there's actually area triggers. That makes sense then. That makes sense that you know, like, those things should go off and be able to be like, okay, that we know where the people are. But again, I don't think there's an easy way to necessarily like, unless he has like a portable thing on him. I don't know. Like,
Need a hand?
Oh, cool. Aaron, holy shit. You're okay. Aaron, I'm so glad you're okay. Give me a hand.
You're fine.
Where's Kate? Jamie? Have you seen them? Do you know where they are?
We got separated in the woods. I was too scared to stop and look. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay, Aaron. They'll get here.
I found a way inside. Come on.
Amazing. Well done, Aaron.
You're not coming with us.
What? Are you?
I heard your call with Dumet. You set this all up. You set us up to die.
Aaron, you are out of your mind. I would never. You know you can trust me.
70% of murderers kill somebody they know. Somebody who trusts them.
It's 79%. But I am not a murderer.
We're dead in the water. And I can't think of a bigger sell than a dock crew recording their own murders while on assignment.
Do you hear what you're saying? That is insane. You're in shock and you're not thinking straight. I would never...
Mark, we need to tie him up until help gets here. He'll either stab us in the back or get Dumet to do it.
Erin, I would...
Quiet!
alright, we have to choose that we trust Charlie, because, if we do not choose that, he gets tied up, and then,
fuck any of us over if he had to.
he will,
He's not a murderer.
I know.
he will
I
find,
believe you,
he'll be found dead later.
Look, I'll watch him.
In the area.
You're both fucking mad.
Let's figure out how to get this thing working.
Okay. So, I think it's Mark again. I don't like playing as Mark because he doesn't have a flashlight. So, we're gonna get the final business card. And a bunch of other secrets. So, let's, and we already avoided the death sequence here because of we avoided the death sequence because that was through with that section right there. So first set of stairs, it'll be on a table, and then there's also going to be the business card in the same room. Point. It's just so hard to see with this light. Gotta find stairs. I haven't. First set of stairs is right here. On the table, when on the first room you enter, and then it's gonna be on the same room. Right here. Evidence. Address, Chicago PD. Evidence, 161012. West State Street. Case number, 167G DAS 241070. Evidence number 21. Recovery date, 4th of July 1998.
0600 hours, I, Officer Frank Hooper, discovered that one or multiple individuals had gained unauthorized access to the evidence room at 1612 West State Street.
Oh, all of the silver collectibles give us these things. That explains
former
it.
FBI agent Hector Monday, including books, clothes, notes, surgical tools, and dental equipment. We are currently running with the theory that this was the direct result of souvenir hunters looking for a piece of memorabilia from the case. End of report.
That was a list of names here. Hector Wayland Monday, so he goes under Leonard Kemp, Brandon Day, so we know who Brandon Day is, Benjamin Pittercell, Paul Rogers, William Baldwin, Charles Leacock, Howard Sigrand, Ned Yoke, Benton T. Lyman, Richard Belknap, okay, and Grantham Dumont. So, we know, so it's pretty much confirmed here. That, that's all of his aliases. Alright, so we'll sync that trophy up. I believe all of those are related to the reason why the silver ones are all related to the playing of the tapes. Now I bet to get all of the business cards in here as well. Grantham Drumet, artist. Alright, there's all the business cards. Pick that up as well. Gonna be a very packed description box if I need to write out all of these specific things. But I mean, I don't mind. Like, I can. Even if I don't write them up myself, I can just post the links if I need to, but I'll probably do like a short write-up of everything and then see if it fits. So I like to write my own stuff. Alright, so we've got the two secrets there. In the next room, in the corner to the right, there's going to be a secret, and then there's also going to be a... you have to take a photo of a tape recorder.
Hector Whalon Monday.
Silver Spring University of Science and Medicine. This is to certify that Hector Whalon Monday has been awarded the degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology May 22nd, 1988. There's a list of aliases. So it all makes sense now. So the person that we're dealing with is obviously Hector Monday, because of what's happening. A framed degree certificate. Hector Monday has a degree in psychology. So we now need to take a photo of the tape recorder. Right.
Mr. Dumas, I want my team dead. I'll get them to you this weekend. Just do it.
I never said any of that shit.
I'm certainly grateful to you, Mr. Dumas. I want my team dead. I'll get them that this weekend. Let's do it.
I'm such an idiot. I wanted this to work so much, I just accepted everything he said.
It's been edited. I'm such an idiot. Jesus, I'm a sound tech and I fell for it.
You're in shock. All of
It actually makes you wonder where she leaves and then.
So, Erin?
I'm sorry, Charlie.
They mustn't go back to look for him after they... Like you would think that if they do tie him up and leave him somewhere, that they find this and then you should go back immediately, right? But I guess they didn't. Mark tries to Charlie when Aaron accused him of being in league with Dumet. But to take a photo of that, I got a few more of these things here. Mark found a list of names including Grantham Dumet. Jamie found the dog in the farmhouse and chose to let it go when hiding from Dumet. And Mark confronted Charlie outside the lighthouse, but chose to give him the benefit of the doubt. Mark found Dumet had created false evidence implicating Charlie in the murders. So we have to take a photo of that. And then we only have one more secret left here. Up the second set of stairs in the room. Up the second set of stairs in the room after the one with the boat keys. Secret's found to the right, so we're going to go up and see. Set of keys, I don't want to touch those right now. Those are good. Probably going to be story related. I want to make sure I grab the other stuff. Mark and Jennifer Edwards. Actually. Up the second set of stairs in the room after the one with the boat keys. The secret is found to the right. I probably have to grab the boat keys, but I want to grab the secret first. here. July 7th, 1965. Clarence, thought I should write you with the news as you haven't been to see me in 6 months. You have a son. I gave birth a few weeks ago. I need you back here. I can't do this alone. My parents are helping out, but they're both very old now. Come home, Clarence, please. I'm El Monday. Okay, a letter sent to Hector Monday's father, which was returned. Hector never knew his father. Lucinda raised Hector as a single parent. So you probably have to grab the boat keys and then move on. For a cat.
Son of a bitch. Give me a dog any day.
What the hell was that? You alright?
Yeah, just a stupid cat.
I mean, I'll grab the boat keys, but I don't think there's going to be anything else in here. And it's not forcing me to... It's not forcing me to... progress.
Looks like there may be another boat on the island.
Alright. Bearing updated, so that means we can avoid them. Mark found some boat keys. Okay. There's nothing left in this chapter. We're actually nearly at the end. Only 2 chapters to go, and 3 items left to grab. Alright, so...
No way.
Alright, there is a trophy for the lighthouse. But I think it's, like, normal to get. And it says, it's actually, we get this right here, it's a story-related thing.
line up.
Power up the lighthouse controls. How do we do that? Alright, so shimmy across here.
Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down.
So we only got like halfway through the
Tampering with the seal is a federal offense.
Ow!
Alright, there we go. Although the issue with this is that now he will know that someone's up there. Nothing to worry about with this chapter. There's a good thing, but we have to get a couple of secrets.
Hey, guys, up here! Kate, Jamie.
Oh,
here.
He's right there. You knew he was gonna be around. Well, where were the others? Because everyone else should have been in here.
What the hell is that smell?
Alright, take the trophy up. Alright, so on the dining table in the first room, and just one.
Jesus.
Oh, there you are. I wasn't expecting you. Are you early for a change?
Covered January 28th. St. Paul's Cemetery, Church Road, Silver Spring, Maryland 20995, January 30th, 1998. Dear Mr. Monday, I am writing to inform you of an issue with plot R357P12-4. As the right of interment is in your name, it is my duty to inform you of a recent incident at burial plot R357P12-4. A patch of soil has been disturbed and the headstone was moved from its base. I understand that this is the grave of your late mother, Lucinda Monday. Therefore, I appreciate that this news may be distressing. Unfortunately, on rare occasions, local wildlife can cause such disturbances, and we suspect that this is the case of this incident. To promote public safety, it is our duty to ensure maintenance of our plots is of a very high standard, and we have swiftly corrected this disturbance. There has been no permanent damage. Sincerely, J. Gray, Jeffrey Gray, Chief Caretaker. So you made his mother into an animatronic, it sounds like. With the recordings and everything else. So yeah, there is 2 collectibles that we can't get in anything. A letter from a cemetery caretaker. Lucinda Monday's grave has been disturbed. So the last collectible that we can get in this section is examine the animatronic and pan the camera down to pick up the book. Yep, this is totally Norman Bates.
What the fuck is this? You're a selfish monster. Always have been.
Hey. Hey! Who are you?
Boy who loved scary stories, Helen Blake. The lonely boy loved reading scary stories. Well, he read scary stories all day and all night. Oh well. He lived with his mother, but she was very strict. Stop reading that book. The boy was sick of being told what to do. It's not fair. The book gave him an idea: revenge. The boy sneaked through the house. He jumped and shouted and frightened his mother. Rah! Ah! He liked scary stories. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Sounds like he was the one that did
it. Always right to your favorite page. Predictable little shit. I know you.
Okay, so that is the last secret that we need to get. Children's book about a child scaring his strict aunt. It appears Dumet, inspired by the book to wear a mask, Dumet decided to integrate a mask into his persona. Okay, so there's only one other collectible that we get, but it's related to the thing anyway. So the other thing to consider is that there is a Curators Cut shared story playthrough, but what we do is a partial playthrough to kill Charlie off, and then we can play as Mark and get the collectibles there. But I'm not going to do that here, I don't think. Well, actually, I might. It depends on what I have to do. All right. So the next stuff that we have to do is in the next chapter. It's all to do with pretty much have to make sure that we grab a gun, and that should be enough. I'll keep an eye on that. There's a lot of stuff going on in the finale. As far as I know, everything to the trophy-wise, we can't really do anything else. Some stuff's Curators Cut. The lower percentage stuff I would say is Curators Cut, like, or required people to join. And all these other things are, yeah, so. Pretty much we can't do anything else, so it's all endgame related now. Matter of not messing up anything in the finale. I was fully expecting him to be right there.
Oh, thank God. It's only you.
Thank God. Have you seen Mark?
He's all right. He's trying to get that bloody light going.
Mark? Please tell me you can hear me. Mark! I thought I lost you.
Oh! It's actually there now. I'm wondering what was going to happen. Because why did he not do anything when... I guess he just wounded Mark, but then he did nothing to us. We did nothing to the rest of them. All these special features, I think we have all the special features on them now. Trying to think about what I want to do. The next stream will probably yeah, actually that's what I'm gonna, it's gonna be chapter select for stuff that we need to do, so it'll be the ending part where we get everyone to die at the end, and then the stuff for the collectibles, and then I will probably do a section where we watch the special features. And then at that point I will save the Curators Cut playthrough for after we do something else. This is actually going to be the finale, I think. I wasn't sure on the time. Because of how much more we still had left to go, but I guess we did all of Act 3 today.
What the hell?
Alright, 2 people died.
Oh.
Hands where I
2 bodies.
See all of you.
Oh, it's okay, it's that's...
He killed them.
No
that's Dumet.
talking. I said, hands where I can see them.
Thank God you're here. You have to help us.
Until I know what's happening here, no one moves.
Right, the thing's on fire. I don't think this matters. It just mentions about during the policeman scene we have to grab the gun. I'm gonna make sure that these things are correct. So we're in the lake section. This has a similar ending to like Man of Medan and Little Hope, where I think all of the characters can be, well, like House of Ashes, all of the characters I think have an opportunity to die in the finale. I think that's how it works. I don't actually know. I need to just make sure that all these decisions are correct, because I need to make sure I get the gun. Alright, so this decision doesn't matter. We can pick anything.
Sir?
Also, I wonder how he was able to make the...
Seriously, lady?
How was he able to make the boat explode? Cut his hand off? With the gun still in it. Well, I'm looking at a bunch of bonus features here. Alright, he's dead.
There, let's go.
Alright, we need to grab the gun.
Get his gun!
Alright, so we missed the chance to grab the gun, but we have the pepper spray. That's the last collectible that we get in the run. So now, what we have to do is essentially, we don't need the pepper spray for the thing because we have the drill bit, but essentially during the final fight we have to succeed all the QTEs, and then do a couple of things extra. So I'll be taking my time here.
Come on. This way. This should work.
Oh, it's not working. Starter cord.
Pretty much we need to succeed all the QTEs, and certain people it's easier to do the other things.
Hey, Connie. Good to see you, boy. Come on.
Come on.
Alright, we're gonna save the dog as well. Oh, he's walking across the water, I see. Alright. He's gonna be hooked onto the thing, isn't he? He has to be hooked onto the thing. We didn't technically see him get away, or did we? I don't actually know. Yeah, we're still playing. It's not over yet.
We did it.
Barely. I'll take it.
We have to call the police.
Aim for the lights. You know, I've just had a great.
So pretty much as Jamie, we need to choose to jump off, and when we also have to choose to save Mark when given the choice, and make sure that we get.
That bullshit. I'm out.
I'm just glad I'm in one piece.
All right, there we go. We have to succeed all of these. Right, she just fell in.
Hang on.
Are you gonna come back for it? Okay, wait. They are gonna come back. Alright, so we have to make sure that we... God, these are going really fast. Okay, everyone's jumping overboard, essentially. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. So as Jamie, we have to choose to jump off. No, I picked the wrong thing. Hopefully this isn't death. I guess this is the chance to save Mark. Good. I pushed the wrong button. I think we need to choose to attack. Choose to save Mark when given the choice. Okay, so maybe that didn't matter if the if that happened, because it mentions about during the final fight everyone succeeds QTEs to make sure they live. Alright, this time I have to be successful. I pushed circle instead of square, square instead of circle, sorry. Pepper spray. I think he's dead. We have to make sure that we also have to make sure that we, there's a final QTE before we reach this. Okay. I think we're nearly done. Alright, what's the QTE gonna be? Game over, there we go. Alright. That's it. That's the last QTE. Everyone survived. Everyone survived. We got the, thing. That's the end. No more QTEs, no more gameplay, no more anything else. We should be all good now.
If that song doesn't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will. We have a non-stop block for your favorite classic rock after this break.
No damn commercials.
Everyone survived and we got the dog off. And we, I thought I was about to lose, but it's like, if we fail that there, should be everybody. Bit unrealistic though to have the, like, how did he survive?
Just in the middle of the flipping road, waving their hands and arms like a bunch of crazies.
Where you coming in from?
Fort Wayne. Been driving since 3 a.m.
Early start.
Well, I was trying to get into the port by 8. Probably not gonna make that now, am I?
Alright, there we go.
I'd say likely not.
That's for saving the dog.
You know what? I think I'm gonna see about that studio in Brooklyn. See if I can make it work. After this, starting over feels like a good idea.
Yeah. Just promise me you'll tell me how it goes.
Only if you promise to keep giving me unsolicited advice.
Count on it.
I'm scared for the trophy, though. I'm scared for the trophy, the description, but, I'll see if I can get it on there. Very satisfied with this game.
So, probably not the right time to ask this, but...
Oh god, what?
Are we are we a thing?
Dude, trauma bonding is legit hot. Fuck yes, we're a thing. Hey, I think you dropped this when you were running for your life back there.
Look at this bearing. The bearings keep updating here. I was about to quit to the thing because I thought, oh, he was about to die, but then I realized he has the pepper spray because it actually does mention in the thing.
Need a smoke, buddy?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to quit.
Yep, that's the end of our. That's the end of Curators, you know? Not as much time spent with the Curator as it seemed like with the other games. It's a bit disappointing. Almost as if he's disappointed. The season 1 finale, what's happening here? This is different. They're gonna leave us on some sort of cliffhanger?
Oh, you're here.
Something's happening.
All good things must come to an end, but how good was the end for our crew? Hats off for keeping all of them alive. That's so rewarding for you. Has the experience changed them?
Rewarding for us. Interesting.
Kate had a secret. She was traumatized by something that happened a long time ago, but she faced the thing she was most afraid of in the whole world and survived. Jamie learned that she had to trust other people and work with them, and to care for them. Mark had to stop waiting for people to tell him what to do. He had to make his own way in the world. Erin showed everyone that though she might be easily spooked, she found immense courage when she needed it the most. And it took courage to act on the feelings she had for Jamie. And Charlie finally understood that leadership is more than ordering the team around. He had to treat them as equals and let them take the lead when the time was right. I'll tackle the paperwork in the morning. Can you find your own way out? It was, as always, enlightening. I have no doubt we'll meet again in the future. Farewell.
I'm not sure where they're going with this here. I always thought that he was supposed to be like the devil or something, because he seems disappointed when people die or whatever, but... Is that the mask? I think that's the mask. Sounds like an animatronic. Oh, someone's going to pick up the mask.
The chain of events are still unclear at this point in time. What we can confirm is that a little after 7:30, a truck driver was flagged down to render aid. The police were called and quickly arrived on scene. The injured are part of a film crew, Lonnet Entertainment, the team behind the Architects of Murder docuseries.
Fuck, man.
It seems
I
as
like
though
that show.
they got a little too close to their subject material. Thankfully for them, the nightmare is finally over.
Holy shit! Remember how my video went viral?
How could we forget? You bring it up every chance you get.
Just listen to this. I got enough views to win a competition. What did you win? An all-expense paid trip to an island resort.
Wait a second, this is still going.
Now I'm interested.
This is still going.
Mr. Dumet says they're gonna send a limo and everything.
This is still going.
This is gonna be so fun.
This is so... Someone... There must be multiple Dumets. Something's going on. This is the same... There must be multiple of them. That explains... Someone's going on a trip and it's not going to be pleasant.
Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over to another year? Oh, what is this I cannot see with icy hands taking hold of me? Oh, death, none can excel. I open the doors to heaven and hell.
I also didn't get flagged for that song on my first part. Yep, that's the end. That's the end of this game. So, I guess I should go over everything that I think. So it's like, in terms of character-wise, I really enjoyed Charlie for what he was doing, because he was sort of like the antagonist across all the thing. Erin's thing was weird. She has there was only two chances to use the inhaler, actually, so I just ended up doing all that, and all that happened. I liked Erin as a character as well. He was fine. Who was my favourite character of those? I mean, obviously I like Dumet, but that's just because more so about like story around Dumet, I guess you would say. Hank was enjoyable. Even though she didn't feel like the lead. Mark was... I liked Mark apart from his gameplay sections, because that was a little bit hard to figure out what was going on with that. Who else was the other one? Jamie. Jamie was probably the best character thing. It's a bit hard to rank the characters here, because I like this Barbershop Quartet version of Odeth, though. That's really nice. The Curator, surprisingly, the Curator had barely any presence as compared to some of the others. Didn't seem like he was doing very much. Dumet is probably the best character in the game, just purely because of all the mystery behind everything and finding out how everything works. Gameplay-wise, I liked all of the new additions that they added. An inventory system. I wasn't expecting it to work like that, but I thought it was going to be like, oh, if certain people could pick up certain items, it would thing. I liked that. I liked that each character had like sort of a gimmick that was attached to them. They just didn't use it a lot. What else was there? The decision stuff is still the same. The other stuff is still the same. Not as much as... I think what else I want to talk about. Story-wise, I really enjoyed the story because of the backstory and the explanation of the mystery, to explain how it got to that point, to explain how everything else got to that point, which was really good as well. What else was there that happened? All those other things as well. Like, all the stuff to do with the Dumet stuff was all very good. The story is best experienced when you pick up all the collectibles and do all that stuff. Because what was happening with the characters at the thing was not as interesting, but the actual, like, story, figuring out what's going on was the most enjoyable section. So, what is that? Gameplay, story, characters. Music was good, like, not as many jump scares and that in the thing. Graphics, great. I'm not going to skip the credits because that's not fair. I'm one of those people that prefers to go through the credits and, like, you know, I spent a minimum amount of hours on this game, and people spent over a year making this game, if not longer. So it's like, I feel it's like a disrespect for skipping the credits and stuff. I know a lot of people do that, but I feel like it's a disrespect to the people who make the games if you don't like watch the credits and stuff. Yeah. What else was there that happened? Like, graphics-wise, really good, apart from, like, the graphical loading things, which I think is just because it's on PS4 and stuff. That happens quite a lot in these games that I've noticed. What is it? Graphics, sound, story, gameplay, characters, like, sound... I mean, I would say, I enjoyed this more than The Quarry. I think this is the best... I think this is probably the best Dark Pictures game. I would say this is the best Dark Pictures game in terms of the story. It's probably not the best Dark Pictures game in terms of the characters. I still think that House of Ashes has the better characters in this. I also think, like, this, the cast here isn't as well known, so that's another reason. I would not say it's as good as Until Dawn. I think Until Dawn is still better. But Until Dawn is like a special kind of game, only because, like, Sony supported them by making that. So they had a lot bigger budget and they had a lot of other things that went into that and made it better. But, yeah, I think that's it. So, in terms of the actual stuff that I do next, obviously this is the first playthrough, so I have to do chapter select to get the ending where everyone dies, as well as get the ending where, as well as get some collectibles. I think that's what I'll do as a stream next. I will do that, actually, the next stream that I do will be that, I think. Doing chapter select, and then going through the special features, that'll be the next stream. And then after that, I'll go back and play the Stray speed run, as well as get the rest of the main trophies for that. Then I'll come back to this. And finish off the second playthrough that I have to do for Curators Cut. And I think then I'll go into the Avengers, and I'll see. Because I currently have like 50 gigs, so I might be able to fit another game on and be able to play that. Before I do Pokemon, if that is the plan. But I'll see what. Unfortunately, Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden are they're exclusive. They're digital downloads only, so I can't play it. That really sucks. I think that's what I'll do. I think that's what I did with The Quarry was I finished the game because I didn't realize how much longer I had left. Didn't realize how much longer. Okay, this is the directive.
Commander Stafford, the forward reconnaissance vessel Cassiopeia. After successfully rendezvousing with a Charybdis marker, we have detached the booster ring and spirits are high as we make our final approach to Tau Ceti F. The ship has suffered a hull impact, but damage is minimal, and our technicians are restoring full functionality.
This is Thomas Carter. Something's wrong with Sims. She's trying to kill me. I think...
Our next transmission will be broadcast from orbit around humanity's future home. Stafford out.
Dark Pictures Directive 8020. So, Season 2 premiere, no release date, hopefully, because usually they don't meet their release dates. No release date. I know they're making a Switchback game as well, so there's the ending for everyone surviving. Yeah, so I think that's what I'll do next. Last time I did The Quarry and it was like a really quick ending, and that's why I did that's why I tacked on the chapter select stuff, because it was like too short for a run. So I'm thinking here, I need to get to the point where I need to get this second playthrough ready. So I don't want to do Stray first and then do this, where I'm doing chapter select to get to the thing and then doing the thing. I'd rather get the chapter select done now, similar to like, because that's what I did with Until Dawn. With Until Dawn, I did like the chapter select first. So we'll sync up the trophies, and then I'll get out of here. So. What is up with this? Is it because I used scene selection? Is it because I used scene selection throughout my playthrough and it doesn't count as a full playthrough? I didn't get the solo story completed. That's interesting. Good thing we have to do a playthrough from Curators Cut from the beginning, though. Because that means that I can... and there's only 2 collectibles. I think that might have glitched. That's weird, because it's only 10% of people have finished the game. That's actually very strange. Is there an actual glitch for this? We have to check. What is that is weird. I did not complete the solo story. I think it might have been because I used chapter select. I actually want to check this. Hope you enjoyed your stay. I'm gonna check this before I get out of here. That's weird. My collectibles should still be synced, right? That's actually very strange. I think it might be because I used chapter select. That's the only thing that I can think of. But let's just see if the other stuff loads up. I'll look up this and then I'll get out of here. That's strange. I think it might have been because I used scene select, but I used scene select even early on in the game, so that's strange. I'm gonna have to check this. Okay, so we have unlocked all of the things. There's dioramas that we've unlocked as well. Hope you enjoyed your stay. And I did do it on solo story. That's the other thing to consider. I didn't do it on something else. Something's definitely up here. Might be because I ended up. Ah, okay. This did not unlock for me. So not unlock for me when I first completed the game, but going back and choosing scene selection, then playing through the final scene again caused it to unlock as it should. So I didn't skip the credits. I mean, I have to come back to the ending anyway, so, even if it did glitch, I can fix it, but that's an actual glitch in the thing, so... If that's the case, I'm gonna go and get out of here then. So, yeah, I just realized that now. It's like, there's a problem with that, so... next time we play, I'm going to... So the next stream will be, the chapter select stuff to get the collectibles in one of the chapters, as well as, killing all the characters, I think it is. And then we'll watch the bonus features, and then we'll watch the bonus features, and then I think I'll end that stream. But yeah, for some reason, I do not know what's happened there. Hopefully it is fixed. Hopefully it gets fixed in the next thing, but, I'm gonna end things here, so... Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Every like, comment, view, subscription on this video gets me close to monetization. Has some more content for you all. Helps my content become more accessible and easy to find. I upload all my past Plat reacts, as well as Let's Plays and Let's Plats to the YouTube channel, including Far Cry 6, Sifu, The Quarry, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Octopath Traveler, LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, Aftershock Vertigo, Cuphead, Stray, as well as this game. I upload everything to YouTube because I have a 7-day limitation on Twitch before my videos are permanently deleted, so I need to upload them there in case something goes wrong. And you'll also get a notification when I go live if you are watching on YouTube. I'm also working on Plat Play Pass segments for all of the games that I've got Plats for so far, which is The Quarry. There's going to be one for this game. Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion. There's going to be one for Aftershock Vertigo. There'll be something for Octopath Traveler, and then there'll be something for LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga as well. And yeah, so that's that. Follow me on Twitch. At 50 followers, I will be doing a Octopath Traveler Galdera speedrun. We met our follower goal a few days ago now for a Triangle Strategy Golden Ring speedrun, which I'm working on at this moment. There will be, and I will probably, if I get to a point where I don't have anything to play in between certain playthroughs, I might actually just do a stream of speedruns. That actually makes sense. I want to do something like that to get better at stuff like that as well. Also, I get an extension on my Twitch account for having extra 7 days, so that means that you can view my videos if you miss them after a week. I also get monetized, which means that I can make a bunch of subscriber-exclusive things as well, emotes that people like as well, and I also get to make stuff that can incentivize people to help support me in the channel in the future as well. And you'll also get a notification when I go live if you're following me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter to be notified of when I go live, and if you wish to add me on Discord, I will send you an invite to my friend's Discord server. Close to 2,000 members, still going strong, plenty of topics games to discuss there as well. I'm very active there, and you'll also get a notification when I go live if you're following on my Discord as well. So, all that said, have a good rest of the day, night, wherever you all are, and I will see you all later.